As a rookie last season, our next guest was one of the NFL's leading defensive backs, and this season, as you can see, he's off to another great start. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Atlanta Falcons, please welcome Deion Sanders. Yes, sir. How you doing?
Okay.
Mr. Big Shot.
No, not me.
How are things going?
Pretty good.
You know, I was watching highlights over the weekend of the football games, and the Falcons get new uniforms. Is that the first for this year?
Black uniforms.
Yeah. Whose idea was that? Is that
Jerry Glanville, the man in black. He loves black.
Do you like this guy? Do you get along well with him?
I get along great with Jerry Glanville. He's good for me, and he's good for the team, and great for Atlanta.
Now, I don't know much about him, but I do know that people like him, and then a lot of people don't like him. Now, why is it that some of these people don't like him?
He's just like myself. You know, a lot of people like me, a lot of people don't like me, because he is a real person. He says what's on his mind. He tells it just like it is, and a lot of people are just not ready to accept that.
Are you happy with the way he's coaching you?
Very happy. He lets us get loose. We're out there dancing, having a good time.
You mean in the middle of the game, he says, "Boys, it's okay to dance."
No, before the game, you know, he's just so loose that he just lets us go out there and be ourselves.
Yeah. And what happened this weekend? You San Francisco, close game with San Francisco. Is that right?
Close game, but we lost.
Yeah. So your record now is you're 2-1.
1-2.
1-2. So is this going to be a turning around year for the Falcons?
We hope so. Well, we have, I hate to say good losses, but the two losses we have.
You're in them. You're in the games.
Yeah,
These are not blowouts.
We should have won the games, but I think so.
Yeah. Now let's talk about this all summer long. Now you played for the Yankees.
Right.
You played for the Yankees, and then you played for Columbus for a while.
Right.
And then you came back and you played for the Yankees.
Right.
And all the while, two things. We knew that there was talk of some multi-million-dollar contract with the Yankees.
Yeah.
And in addition to that you were going back to play football in the fall. Were you going to do both?
I was going to do both. I originally was going to play baseball. You know, with the contract offer. It's just an offer that I couldn't refuse.
Is that your first love, baseball?
No, football is my first love.
Yeah.
Football is definitely my first love.
But you thought maybe more money in baseball?
A lot more money. You know, those guys are signing those big contracts, and mom wants a new car and all that. So I had to, I had to do what's best for my family.
Yeah. Okay, so now you're done with the Yankees altogether, right? That deal is over. Now, are you going to play baseball somewhere else in the spring?
Hopefully we could get with the Atlanta Braves, and that would be a dream come true, to play two professional sports in the same city.
Yeah, but don't you think to yourself, geez, I'd kind of like some time off between the end of the football season and the beginning of the baseball season?
I would like to, but you know, sports only last till you're about 30 years old. Then you're done with it. And I want to accumulate as much money as I possibly can so I can.
But you're right. You have a point. I think the statistic is staggeringly short in the NFL, the lifespan of a player in that game. A little longer, of course, in baseball. But aren't you running the risk of maybe a career-ending injury if you're playing both sports?
Well, our insurance is well compensated, just in case that happens.
Now, in college, you did everything. You played football, baseball, ran track, also some basketball?
Well, that was in high school. They never would let me play in college. They said it was too much.
And one day during a baseball doubleheader, you also competed in a track meet. Was that high school or college?
During college, we had a doubleheader. Between one game, I ran over to the track, which was about 100 yards away, ran a second leg in a 400-meter relay, then got back dressed and went over and play a little more baseball.
See, now that to me is unbelievable. That's an amazing thing. And you kind of like to continue doing that sort of thing.
I like to continue to do that because when I have time off between seasons, I play basketball every day, and I just have to have something to do to keep busy.
And you mentioned your mom. Your mom must be wildly excited about your success.
She is.
You have a good relationship with your mom?
Very. She's just like a sister to me.
You called her once on your radio show and played a trick on her or something?
I called. I have a radio show which airs on every Monday after the game, and they call and ask about shows, and I always call one person each week. And I called my mom and told her we had money missing out of my account. Some sort of way. We had like $500 came up missing out of my account, and I just built her $1 million home, so I told her she had to move out of her home for a month. And she had to give back her Mercedes-Benz traded in. And she said, "No, honey, you traded in your car. You moved out your house."
She didn't know it was a joke?
She didn't know it was a joke. She was just being herself.
Yeah. You got and you also have a line of clothing of your own sportswear?
Sweatsuits.
Sweatsuits.
Matter of fact, the guy who's creating that is out there right now in the audience in primetime sweatsuits with we want that flashy look.
So your things look pretty good for you, don't they? This
things
year?
are going much better.
Yeah. And you have plenty of jewelry on. You like jewelry? You buy a lot of jewelry?
No, I don't have have too much on today. This is just
And what is this? You have this? This is very nice.
they call it my Wonder Woman bracelet.
Yeah. What kind of batteries does that take? You know, it would have been great if you could have stayed here in New York and played some ball, but I hope you have all the success you want down there in Atlanta.
I hope so, too.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure
Thank you,
to meet
Deion.
you.
Thanks for being with us. Deion Sanders, kids. We'll be right back.